Celebration time! We have a brand new Space Engineers update. So here we go. Hey everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about the brand new Space Engineers update, codenamed Frostbite, for reasons that will become apparent later on in this video, and the update of course. If you're new to my channel, then I would kindly ask you to consider subscribing as I'm on my way to 200,000 subscribers. Your support is greatly appreciated. Let's get into this. So you're probably all wondering what this update contains. Well, that's good, as I'm going to walk you through all the details today. Originally this update was scheduled for a few weeks ago, but it had to be changed today for some reason behind the scenes that I don't know of. The Frostbite update is classed as a major update and contains free items and also paid DLC at the price of $3.99 USD or your regional equivalent. First up, let's talk about the free content and then I'll be talking about the DLC content for the game. Now the obvious one first, which you can probably tell via the thumbnail and various other things, is a brand new planet. This planet is called Triton, and as the update name suggests, it's very cold. While I tell you the details, you'll see some gameplay of me driving around on the planet, and very soon you might see it on my channel a little bit more. Triton seems kind of interesting. It's basically a cold planet which features snowy and frozen landscapes. This planet is the first vanilla planet to be added in almost 5 years, as planets were first introduced way ago. I'm personally really excited for this. It's nice to have a new planet, but at the same time, I mainly use modded planets, so this isn't really for me. If you play SC without mods, then this is definitely going to be a cool thing for you, as you can get into one of your games and explore the new frontier. Very cool. Now you've probably also seen this video as well, which is my next topic to talk about, and this is weather. Of course, you guessed it from my video earlier this month, weather has been added to Space Engineers. Finally, a feature many of us have been requesting since planets was finally introduced many years ago. To be clear, these aren't full-blown weather effects, instead we have scripted weather effects. So they won't spawn naturally or automatically for that point, but instead they can be triggered via the command line, that's basically the chat box, by any player who is in creative or has admin rights. You can check out the footage on screen now to see how this plays out. Basically you enter a little command into the line and hey, it activates. A big thank you to the talented community modder Jakai who made the mod for this in the first place. Now our next thing is thanks to public tests we also learned about the small hydrogen tank. This little block is going to come in very useful for us who like designing things like hydrogen fighters and much more. Finally we can now have more conveniently sized hydrogen tank to fit our designs. The capacity of the small hydrogen tank is 120 litres. For comparison, your typical large hydrogen tank will store 750 litres, so it's not too bad if you ask me. The small hydrogen tank is certainly going to make designing starfighters a lot easier. Look out for my R-203 in the workshop very soon. If you come up with any cool designs utilising this block, let me know down below in the comment section, or tweet it to me on Twitter. Now a big thing for this update, the major update, is the VST update. Along with free content in this update is also a VST update. You might be confused what I mean by VST, so no worries if so. It's actually the visual scripting tool. If you're a casual player of SC, it's unlikely you've heard of this, but I would recommend looking into it, as it's a really cool tool that allows you to do quite a few interesting things inside of the game. The update is a major overhaul of the tool and brings forward the following changes: a complete UI overhaul, major bug fixes in both the visual scripting tool and also the scripting engine, a ton of quality of life features, you can now run your scenarios from the editor directly, the stability and reliability of the VST has improved, a new splash screen and icons. Now average players, this won't affect you too much, but I know there are many members of the Space Engineers community that use this, so it's nice to have it updated and overhauled. I believe the last time this feature was actually updated and changed completely was in 2016. Hopefully more scenarios can now be uploaded to the workshop. If you have any, make sure to send them over as I would love to play them here on my channel, especially if they're really in depth and contain some unique features. The scenario which was included in the DLC, which I'll talk to in a minute, was most likely made with a VST update. If you want to learn more about VST, what you can do with it, Marek Rosa's blog post contains a lot more information about them, and I'll of course have that link down below. Before I jump into the paid content of today's update, this major update also features a ton of improvements to the game, such as a workshop browser screen instead of a Steam overlay. Along with that, there's now full support for the Xbox gamepad, and I've put some of the major changes on screen now. One that I really like is that a player can now shoot his gun while sprinting, but this will slow them down to a run speed. If you want to see more, head over to the link in the video description to the Keen website. Alright, so as mentioned, the Frostbite update also contains DLC content at the price of $3.99 or your regional equivalent of that price. Now to be clear, all content included in this pack is described as cosmetic only. I'll leave you to discuss that down below in the comments if you so wish. First up is the scenario. The scenario is called Frostbite. The trailer of the update seems to allude to that. Now the trailer was fantastic, hats off to whoever made that, I believe Zocli must have been collaborating with that. The scenario is also co-op and up to 4 players online, so that certainly sounds fun. The scenario contains voices and brand new things which have not yet been seen inside of Space Engineers. I know I'll be jumping in and playing it for myself to test out the scenario, as this could be really cool. Let me know if you've got a chance to test this for yourselves. I'm definitely going to be enjoying this. Now, one of the really cool new blocks included with the Frostbite DLC is a big satellite dish, something I've wanted in the game for ages now. If you've watched any of my RP series before, you know I love big satellites. Thanks to Keen, I now have a block for them in the game. You're still going to need to actually make the contraption to sit this dish on, but it's still really cool. The big satellite dish is essentially a decorative antenna dish. You can see it on screen now, and honestly it looks really cool. I can't wait to see what people do with this. 10 points to whoever mounts it to their starship first. I want to see that. We're also getting a new gate block, which as the name suggests is a 3x2 gate, which could make a great entrance for a garage or a storage warehouse. I've already seen one of my admins, Papel, put it on his expanse ship, so hey, you can probably fit it anywhere. Workshop people, I look forward to seeing what you come up with this. Following on from the gate, you've now got a brand new offset door as a part of the DLC. These are new looking doors that fit outposts and such. Nothing major to say about them, they are kind of cool. It's nice to have a bit of variety in Space Engineers as well, as those vanilla doors are a little bit boring now. Now, one of the interesting parts of this DLC is the Dead Engineers. You can now place down these to add effects for your creepy scenarios. If you've been watching my channel for a while now, you'll know I love the mod which these had to begin with, and I frequently use it. There are 5 engineer models for you to play with, and you can place them down wherever you want. While they don't actually add anything gameplay wise, if you're designing a scenario, they're probably going to come in handy if you've got something that's been shot up or blown to bits. Dead Engineers on the floor kinda sets the tone if you ask me. Now a brand new skin has been introduced. I love armor skins. The frozen armor skin does what it says on the tin. It's frozen armor. You can now make it so your ships and stations can have a skin added to them. Really handy if you're working on a frozen planet. I know I'm definitely going to be using this for anything I start to do on Triton very soon. Lastly, LCD posters have been added. This is a set of brand new images which you can put on your LCDs. Altogether there are 7 to choose from, and while they're very nice and good looking, personally it's not my cup of tea, but I guess some of you might enjoy them. I prefer making my own and adding to the game, but that's just me. Okay, besides the update, Marek and Joel spoke about a few things on the livestream, including the Xbox One. According to them both, the pre-orders for the Xbox One version of Space Engineers is doing really well, and they're appreciating all the feedback that players are currently sending them in for everyone. As a reminder, the beta, the closed beta for Space Engineers Xbox One, is currently online now, and if you pre-order, you can access the closed beta. The release date for the Xbox One version of the game is still on track, so expect to be playing that in April if you've not already pre-ordered. While this update is here to promote the DLC, don't let it take away from the fact that our improvements are really good. Some of these changes are what I've been wanting for a year now, if not more, so it's always great to have them. I know the discussions on DLC always comes up. Personally, I'm fine with it within limits, and while this might not be my favourite update so far, you do get some quality content within it. Once I try the scenario, Frostbite, I'll let you know whether it's worth it or not, but from the trailer alone, I'm already impressed. Again, hats off to everyone who put the effort into that trailer. I know Joel and a few others have been doing fantastic, and the voice work by certain people was also great. I loved it. So overall, an interesting update for Space Engineers. I'm a big fan of some of the DLC content that has been introduced, especially the satellite dish. Personally, I'm not fussed about the new planet, as typically I already use modded planets if I need one. But I guess it's also going to be very interesting if you're a vanilla player and want to play a bit more with that. So something to take into account of. When it comes to things like LCD posters, it's not typically something I look for and not really keen on paying for, but hey, it's part of a entire DLC thing, so it's pretty cool. If you're asking me about price, I think $3.99 is pretty cool. It's not too outrageous, and for what content you're getting, it's quite nice. The new planet is a great overall into the free side of things, so it's nice that it's been put there. I'm seeing a lot of online discussion currently on whether the scenario should be paid content or whether it should be free. So therefore I'm opening the discussion to you guys, my community as well. Do you think the scenario, which has been included in the DLC package for Frostbite, should it be paid for, as in you pay your little fee, or should it be included as a free part of this update? Personally, I've not tried it yet, so I can't really comment on this. However, based on the trailer from alone and what Zocli and Marek have said on the stream, it contains custom voice work, cutscenes, and things we've never seen before. I'm happy to pay for something like that if it's of good quality content, but I'll let you know once I play through it. As always, let me know what you thought of this update and whether you'll be picking up the DLC via the comments section below. That's it for myself today. I'll be covering more of the DLC content in other videos across the next 2 weeks, so if there's anything specific you'd like to see, you can subscribe to my channel for more. We're currently on route to 200,000 subscribers. I hope I can get there through halfway through this year. I think it's a great little goal, and hopefully we can all achieve it together. Thanks for watching, everyone. I've been Captain Jack. Remember, if you'd like to come and join my own Space Engineers dedicated servers, then you're more than welcome to via the Discord link below. For now, thank you for watching. Goodbye.